scene. They aren't creepy or spooky, but definitely kooky. They may joke about Dookie, the four guys on the show. You know all of their names from watching them play games. Their scores sometimes are lame. The four guys on the show. Pinball, consoles, arcades. Sunday night is a dream because you get to see them at Eastern 7 p.m. Tune in and watch the show. Hey, nice. There we are. There we are. I don't know if it went on first when I was like, play the. It wouldn't switch the scene. I'm like, oh, it's going on. Oh. Greg, are you here, Greg? Are you wanting on the show?
Just for a second. I couldn't find you on my channel. I couldn't find you on your channel. I couldn't find you on Mike's channel. And I've unsubscribed to posts, so I didn't know. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just go to the stream and see if they're started. And you just started.
Yeah. Mike's running a little late, so we were giving him a few minutes, and but he didn't make it on time. But yeah, we got Greg here, so that's an upgrade. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good. Just for anybody that's curious, everybody knows I got the knee problem. This is nothing associated with it, but they brought me to the hospital because I just wasn't feeling right on Friday. And of course, dumb old me wasn't thinking about the fact that they wanted to run some tests, but they couldn't do them Friday. They were too busy, so they wanted to keep me until they could run them. I thought they'd run them tomorrow, and they said, oh, no, you got to stay till Monday. So I've just been basically providing the hospital system with a huge amount of money. I could rent a whole floor at Sandals Resort for what one of these rooms costs a night.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's healthcare at its best. They're sucking you guys, the payers of your taxes, for my Medicare money, for money just for me to lay around to have a test done tomorrow morning. And I'll probably, unless they find something wrong, but they say that they doubt they will, I'll probably be home tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, here's hoping. Hopefully you get to go home.
Well, there's your old man rant for the night.
Yeah, and for people that are worried, don't worry too much, Greg. If I remember correctly, you got your Switch delivered to you, right? So
I did, but you want to know the truth? It's been such a mess around here. I haven't even had. I'm telling you what, don't come to a hospital and think you can sit around and play. I mean, any second somebody's going to walk in here and say, I need to stick a needle in you. I need you to swallow this or something. So I haven't even had a chance to do that yet. Yeah. But Travis did very good. And a matter of fact, we just found this out today, and it's too late because I think I'm going home tomorrow. Now, if I don't, they'll actually said that Betty could come up here and see me.
Nice.
So if I stay tomorrow, Travis is going to bring Betty up here to see her daddy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at my phone, Bo. I don't know if we did go live on your show or on your channel.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I see us on. For anyone that's not sure what's going on, well, we made a switch over from StreamYard to Restream. We're trying out Restream first time tonight, and so we're not sure exactly how this is working. Looks like Greg, we are live on your channel. Mike, we're live on your channel. And I would assume we're live on my channel since I was the one that set this all up. But
yeah, I got notifications that we were on all of yours, but I didn't see one for mine pop up at the top of the screen whenever we were coming on.
The best channel amongst all of us, and yours is not broadcasted. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
hey, can you guys hear me? Perfect.
Yes.
What?
Hi, Mike.
Huh?
Hello. Good? Or
yeah,
no?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. I have to, I'm going to excuse myself. I'm going to have this, you guys keep going. I still have company, but they'll be leaving soon. So, and I'll pop back in. I just want to get everything set up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Sounds good.
Good to see you, Mike.
You too, Greg.
Good to be seen.
I'll pop Mike out while he's. Let me see. Now, I do have this overlay going with the chat, so you guys should be able to see people stuff. But I'm still going to highlight stuff when I see stuff that we want to concentrate on because it will scroll off of there. But I saw Mike. Oops. Mike's Gaming Gala. He's listening but driving, so be careful.
Good. Yes.
Of course, our favorite windmiller is here. Gideon.
Gideon.
Kelly's here.
Kelly.
Mike's here. Oh wait, Gaming Warrior. Who else is here? We got Salty. Salty's here. Fat
Salty.
Gaming Nonsense. Chaos is in here.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah. So I think that's everyone that's here. And like I said, I'll try to keep track of the chat if there's something that really pops out or something we want to focus on. But
The only thing I can see about it, Bart, is if I was home on my PC, which I usually am, it'd probably be great. Oh, I think you're using a phone like me. It looks great. The screen looks beautiful. I'm very happy with it, but I'd need some pretty good glasses to read that chat going through.
Yeah, I think Bo, you were saying you kind of got to lean in a little, huh? Because
Yeah. At least now I can see the chat finally with this. But yeah, you do got to lean in just a little bit. See, it says Shelby is here. I saw that.
There you go. Shelby is here. Well, Shelby's not here. Shelby's in there.
Hello, Shelby.
So, yeah. So, we found out what Greg's been doing this week.
Yeah.
Have you been doing anything exciting besides working?
Wasn't that exciting? Tuesday afternoon, I mean, it was close to quitting time, and I'm walking up towards the bathroom, and I see a golf cart rolling into our building, and there's my boss, and I'm like, oh, dear Lord, no. And he pulls up alongside me, and he says, I just wanted to let you know we're adding Saturday shift. So at least they let us know on Tuesday and not wait until the end of the week. But at the same time, you're like, man, I'm barely doing 5 days, 50 hours. I don't want to do 60 hours or whatever, But it's like, okay. But then you had that over your head all week, just knowing,
Right.
I'm here. So, yeah.
Right.
So technically, I haven't really been off since we were here last, except to sleep at night.
Right. Wow, that's brutal. And you don't do an easy job. That's hard working.
Well, it is just trying to get time because I knew it was going to be a fun week with new stuff coming out that I've been waiting for. And it's kind of like, oh, I can do this Saturday and then do this Sunday. And it's like, no, Saturday's out, you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how that goes. I've had a long week too. I've worked 2 days in a row. And it's kind of funny because I tell people all the time the hardest part about my job is dealing with the boredom. And this weekend I was training another new person, and I had her for both days, Saturday and Sunday. So yesterday I did all the training with her and stuff, and today I was like, go, I'm here if you have questions, but you're running the show now. You got to be able to do this stuff on your own. So I did even less than I normally do. I'm just it was a long 10 hours, and it's just it's worse. It's worse than working. Sometimes to sit around and just, I said at one point, we get off work at 3, and I'm like, is it 3 o'clock yet? It was like 2:20, and then I looked at the clock a minute. What seemed like an hour later, it was 2:26. I'm like,
right.
This cannot be right. There's something wrong with the clock here. But
yeah, we always do that. We take our first break at 9 a.m. And that's usually when I see if you have a video come up, it's usually during my first break. And there's been days where I'm looking up at the clock. I'm like, is it break time yet? And it's like, oh, it's only 8 a.m. Okay. You feel like you did a ton of stuff, and then it's got to be close. And you look up, and it's 8:02. Oh, darn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way it's been in this hospital. That's the way it's been in this hospital. I'm telling you.
Oh.
You think Well, like they got me on pain meds, obviously, and all of a sudden my pain meds, my body starts feeling the pain, and I look at the clock and I said, "Oh crap! It's 2 more hours so I can have pain meds."
All right.
Then I'll think, "Oh man, certainly it's been an hour past away, and it's like 15 minutes has gone by now. It's an hour and 45 minutes." So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it definitely drags on in the hospital. It's like the highlight of my day when I was in like that was waiting for my wife to come see me or whatever, but then you're just sitting there, watch whatever, pay an extra couple thousand, they'll let you have a few channels on TV.
Right.
So,
yeah.
that's it.
Put another mortgage on the house, you can get the movie channel. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Let me see something. Poe, I'm gonna move you over here. Because I think then if we go this way, so Poe is big. Now move your hand around, Poe, so people can see that awesome fog effect you paid a lot of money for. And you can get the Phantom Atari by the
Ghost
Haunted
of
House.
Atari.
And the green fog goes beside him.
Yeah, that's not fog. That was all that turkey I ate the last 2 days.
Oh, that's hilarious. It does look awesome.
I was all excited because when you sent us the link for this and you can set stuff up on mobile, I can finally put a background. So of course I'm gonna go crazy with it and run it into the ground. But I couldn't do this with StreamYard on my phone.
Yeah.
But Restream gives me the option. So there's the Atari sign there.
Yeah.
If I can just jump in and say, I think I'm going to let Bart make the deciding factor because I'm obviously out of service for a while. But I seem to think, from what I've looked at with the other outfit, Bart, that I was looking at, so far this one looks like the easiest user interface for us. This one you're on now, Restream. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can talk about it next link later, but I'll kind of let you make the final decision on that, sir, because I don't know. I think you've had more time to research it, and I tell you what, I think the screen actually looks fantastic. I love the chat up there too. So
yeah, I love the chat.
Yeah, I'm liking it, and I think it's pretty straightforward. Easy for you guys to join in, rebroadcast, as long as you don't delete your stream from your channel the day of the show.
Well, that was me.
Who would do that?
I went in for something as simple as I messed up my thumbnail because I put on there that we played Chucky, and I'm like, no, we did. That's before I actually played in the Texas Chainsaw tournament, which I know I sucked at that too. But anyway, I put Chucky down, and I put that as my thumbnail, and it says, okay, the show will be starting in 4 days or whatever. I'm like, oh, wrong game. I'll make a new thumbnail. So instead of going into Restream and just hitting the change thumbnail button again, I thought, oh, they keep showing that it's going to be going live with this. I'll just delete it off of my YouTube. And when I deleted it, I couldn't bring it back, even when I changed the thumbnail and title and everything else. So.
And Poe, I saw that you wrote that, but I think if you do that, I think you can go into YouTube Studio and find your scheduled broadcast and make edits on your thumbnail there. I saw you said that in the chat, and I realized, because I've done that before. So I think that's okay.
I actually did the same thing for this stream myself, because for some reason when I made my thumbnail, and I go all out on mine, I use the same exact thumbnail and just change episode number to change the last digit. And when I saved it so that I could upload it, for some reason I named it a different name instead of overwriting the old thumbnail, and then I uploaded the wrong one. So I had the wrong episode number. So I went into YouTube Studio and just changed it there.
Yeah.
So you can do it that way. You don't have to do it through StreamYard.
Now my channel had 2 scheduled events for tonight, and then I was unable to cancel the other one. The other one's through Streamlabs. So a lot of people are probably looking at my channel, and if they're not looking at the right one, they're thinking we never started, because I set up one through Streamlab. Remember, Bart, when we were playing with it?
Oh yeah, right.
And I haven't been home to be on the PC to change it.
Oh, yeah. I think
I'm gonna have to get pretty soon, but I want to tell a funny story real quick. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Let you guys have it. You don't need my old. You know, I've always been griping about the Nintendo Switch and Pinball M and Pinball FX not being able to play well together. You can't cross platform in the tournaments. Well, it's funny. The night before all this happened, I was laying, and that I came to the hospital. I was playing with my Switch, and I said, "Oh shoot, I need to get one more shot in." And I'd been playing on the cabinet, playing the tournament for this week. And so I said, I got my Switch out, and I said, I'll give it one more shot. And I got in there, and I put in the code to find the tournament, and it wouldn't find it. And I kept looking. I said, well, these guys gave me the wrong code. I said, well, no, wait, they didn't. And then I said, oh, you dummy. You are on your Switch, and it won't do it. So I sat there for 30 or 45 minutes trying to get that to work. And it was my stupid, my bad. So that's my telling myself stupid story for the week.
Right. Yeah. And of course, for people that that only have the Switch, you're welcome to play on the Switch and then just post your scores like you do all the arcade challenges and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah,
you can't find the official tournament, but you can play and post your scores, and I'll spreadsheet it out, put it on there. But nobody did. Kelly started to. She got her Switch out. She said, "I am playing this week," because she was upset with herself because she didn't play Monster Bash the week before. And she said, "I am playing this," and then she almost fell asleep on the couch because she had got up at 4:00 in the morning to go to work. And she said, "I'm going to put the Switch away for a minute." And the next thing you know, it's tough.
Well, I see nurses mulling around in the hallway, and I think they see that I'm talking to somebody, so they're trying to be nice. The nurses have been great. So peace to you guys. Love y'all, and I'll try to make it next week. Everything's fine. I'm not going to be taking any dirt naps lately, so we'll see y'all later.
Good night, Greg. Take care.
Good to see you, Greg. Take care.
Bye.
Maybe. There he goes. Yeah. And now I can't see the green room on Restream the way we used to, so I can't tell for sure if he's gone or not. Yeah, because I would see it over here, because I can see my head, your head, and Mike's little fake thing over there. So.
Oh, he didn't upload his picture yet. I already did mine.
Oh, did you?
I might not broadcast to my channel, but I uploaded my little picture to them.
Right. It's funny because I didn't even think about that you can go to the YouTube studio to change. When you said you accidentally deleted it, yeah, you don't have to change it through Restream. You can change it separately. So let's see, where am I?
Yeah, and even after you sent me the new one, I tried again, and I don't know what I got to do in order to be able to stream again to my channel. Yeah. If it's not doing it, I don't know if it's doing it or not.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I went to your channel and I didn't see it there, unfortunately. So, yeah, and I'm going to, like, as you guys can change, I do have to pick a thumbnail when I launch it. And when I send it, it'll default to that one. And then I would just suggest going to YouTube. But you can set it right when you go into Restream, right? The very first time.
Yeah.
Set the thumbnail you want, but if you want to change it, do it through YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think it was, it would have been bad. It's just, I think maybe it's because I canceled it on YouTube itself. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so, because everyone else, the channels went as, I just find it weird because I can see the channels that it's supposed to go to, and it said it's going to your channel also. But I guess because you canceled it, you can override what this is doing. I guess that makes sense. You don't want to just hack into someone's channel and they can't stop it if they don't want to. But hey, Polo, how's it going? Are we playing co-op? Yeah, we're playing co-op Restream. But yeah, so I guess since it got mentioned, we can go ahead and talk about the pinball tournament, huh?
Yeah, sounds good.
We played, what did we play? You'd think I'd know because I set it up. We played
Texas Chainsaw.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure until I went and looked for the code. And then I saw Derek announce Texas Chainsaw. I'm like, Derek, you dumbass, we're playing Chucky this week. I'm like, oh wait, no, we're not. We are playing. So, and then that's when all hell broke loose, and I went to change my thumbnail, and I totally canceled my live stream. So
Now, this is a first here. I'm going to try to share this. It's funny, the sharing window looks exactly like it did in StreamYard. So let me share this.
You know, I think I finally have a way that I can share stuff too from the phone. That's another thing that I saw in my option. Share video from this device, things like that. Add another camera.
Oh, that's nice. You know, I don't think I can. Is that big enough for people to even see it? Man, it's really small on my screen. Even over on my main screen where look, we're not even in the picture here. Let me put me and Poe back up here.
Yeah, it says I'm in first place on that, right?
Yeah. Because even on this TV over here is a 50-inch TV, and I'm sitting like a foot and a half away from it, and it's small. But I had that ridiculous third ball on my game, so I got 53 million. It looks like Mike got 9 million. T-Dog had 7.7 million. Derek had 5.1 million. I got to go. I couldn't get both. I had to scroll down. So let me see. The second picture has Derek had 5.1, Greg had 5.0, and Poe had 3.4.
Hey, and that was the first time I've ever played it with my PlayStation Portal handheld. So it felt good. It looked good.
Oh, nice.
I sucked, but at least I'm using my Portal. So.
Okay, let me see. Can I pull? Is this better? Can you guys see that? Yeah, that you can see, huh?
Yeah.
So that was the big Splatterhouse 2. Since I have it, I don't know how to turn the shared screen off for a second. So I'm just going to leave it up there. We'll go right into the Splatterhouse. Even though it was Mike's and he's not here to announce it, we'll just announce it right now. G-Dog with a big 33,400.
Nice.
Mike had 24,000. Poe, you had 11,400. And I had a mighty 9,500. But because my score is the furthest left, there's plenty of room to add a comma and a bunch of zeros after that. So I'm pretty sure I got somewhere around 9,500,000,000,000. I think that was my score. It's just all the extra zeros he typed in white. So it's just the white font that's throwing that off. So
nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Oh, thanks, Polo. Now I'm seeing that Polo said, nice. Yeah, that was a crazy game. I recorded it too if you guys want to see it. Crazy. How do I take this down now? Hide. Boom. There we go. Look, I'm a pro at this restream. I've been doing this for years now.
Ghost of Atari.
The Ghost of Atari is sneaking in. It's trying to attack your ear.
That looks like something that's not right.
Yeah, don't turn to your side and
open your mouth. All right. Screenshot.
That's going to be my next thumbnail. Yeah. But that went well. So good game, guys. Splatterhouse was difficult to get your score if you didn't record it.
Yeah, and I tried. I had my phone sitting there, and I had it on camera so that I could hurry up. But then, of course, while I was playing the game, phone went into sleep mode and everything, so I had to redo my pattern. And by the time I got the camera up there, the score was gone. So,
yeah, I just went ahead and I recorded it, my gameplay, and I don't think I posted it. I think I just grabbed a screenshot off of it because I knew it was going to be ugly. Like all these things, I've never played it before. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I didn't even know I was playing online. Mike sent that thing to our chat where you could play online. And I was playing that. And I was like, is my Xbox controller even going to connect? Is it going to work? What's going on? Yeah. And it did. And it didn't really matter because I sucked really bad. That freaking penis guy at the end of the first level.
Yes.
I died there at the time. I never killed him. So, man, I keep freaking out like I'm gonna miss that that Mike shows up because it's such a small. There, I changed it. I don't have to see the chat window over there because I can see it on the screen. So, Polo had asked. Well, he asked Kelly how you like Restream so far. I don't know how she likes it. I'm liking it. There are things about Restream I like a lot compared to StreamYard. There are a couple features that I was used to that I can't do now, and the biggest downside for us is we're locked into only one person can be the host. Where before it was Greg, either one of us, me or Greg, could be the host. So if Greg couldn't be here, I could host. If I couldn't be there, Greg could host. We're kind of stuck with me hosting, unless we pay like an extra $30 a month. So, yeah, I did not beat the penis guy.
Did you beat the penis, Bart?
I did not beat the penis. Not that day. It wasn't. Kelly says she likes it because she can see all the chats now.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it is funny though, and we noticed that when we were doing the test when Greg and I got on the test. If you pull up the chat window, which I don't think you still can't see the chat window, right? You're only seeing the overlay.
I see the chat now. Over here, yeah, the overlay,
next to us, but not on the inside Restream. On Restream, if you open the chat, the newest chat is on the bottom of the screen, so everything is scrolling up. But on this thing beside us over here, it scrolls top down. So it's kind of weird. If I see a chat go up that I want to highlight, it's at the top of the one window. I have to go to the bottom of the other window to click it. So that's kind of odd, but I like it just being up there anyway, so people can see what people are saying, and if we're talking and I forget to put someone's up, at least people can see that, you know, what other people said. So,
right.
We just gotta be careful and hope that people aren't being assholes in the chat, because I can't. If it's just being overlaid like that, I can't skip it. So, but most our viewers are cool anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So this week's challenges, we can talk about that while we're waiting to see if Mike's going to make it back. I guess we'll start with pinball again, since we started with pinball first on the other thing. And I went with Aliens for Pinball FX3. I started a tournament today, right before the show. Literally, right before the show. Poe came in here, and I'm like on the table setting it up. Aliens, Pinball FX3. Look for my tournament, Off Grid Arcade, and like always, the password is Off Grid. Set it up for 7 days, so it should be running all the way until next Sunday. Play whenever you can, and get into the big tournament at Pinball FX3. So you should be able to play it on any platform, because I created it on Steam. So we are good to go with that. And you picked the arcade game for tonight, right?
Yeah, Night Slashers, Data East Night Slashers. Beat 'em up that you and Kelly played several months ago on the Tuesday, two-player Tuesday.
Two-player Tuesday, that's right. Yeah.
And I thought that was good timing for that too, because they did just come out with the remastered for consoles and Steam about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So now you have to play the original arcade version for the high score challenge. But if you like it, maybe you'll go over and buy the remastered for one of the consoles. I did. I think it's $10 on PS5. So
nice. Yeah, might have to look into that. Yeah. It was a fun game. I remember when Kelly and I played that. That was a fun game. I'd never played it before, but yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like beat 'em ups, so we'll give that a try. It's scary and it's a beat 'em up, so can't beat that.
Right. It's a good Halloween theme, spooky game. So play the arcade version, not a console version, And you have all week like normal, Sunday or Saturday night, Sunday morning, whatever you want to call it, midnight Pacific time is when that will end.
Night slashers.
Night slashers.
Put it down, Derek.
Put Derek will have this all in the Discord momentarily, probably. Polo said, Bart, do you and Poe have any special Halloween plans? Not like together, we don't. Not that I'm aware of. I have. Here's my throwback opportunity. Where's the? I gotta find the chat now so I can put up. Here it is. My plans for. I'm gonna beat the penis guy. The guy is up. I don't know. Let's see. Derek said, haha, it blocks chats with the symbols in the chat, it looks like. I tried. Poe is a piece of lots of symbols, LOL. I didn't even see it. Did it block it in the whole thing, Derek? Because I didn't see it come in. Whose room are you in, Derek? I'm guessing mine. Derek, see, I can see in the chat window off to the side, not the scrolling one that's on not the overlay. If they post in my channel, it just says who they are. If they post from one of your guys's, it says it's coming from one of the paired channels. I can't tell whose it is, but I can tell it's not mine. So like Polo, that one there for mine, next to his name, it says paired. So he must be in either Greg's channel, which I'm guessing because he said at G.Parkers Arcade Room. He's either in Greg's channel or Mike's channel. So that's kind of interesting. I can tell, he's on mine. I can tell if you're on mine, and I can tell if you're not on mine. That's all I can tell. But I was hoping I thought it'd be cool if they were different colors or something. So who's chatting from whose room, and we could be like, Derek sent a bunch of chats, but he didn't even go into your room, Poe, because he thinks you're dead. And no, for seriousness though, Poe, do you have any plans for Halloween?
No, I just work. Work. Very boring. Trick or treaters at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, because Halloween falls on what, a Thursday this year? It is. It is a Thursday. So Kelly has to work for sure on Friday, the 1st. I may or may not have to work it on the 1st, but either way, we're getting up at 4 a.m. Because Kelly goes to work. She leaves here at 4:20. Yeah, 4:20 is when Kelly goes to work. But so we'll be going to bed early. One of the girls that I work with, she was asking us today. I guess she's going to go to the trunk or treat thing in town somewhere. And she's like, "Are you guys going? I hope you go. I want to hand out candy and stuff." I'm like, "Well, what time is it? Because we're party animals. We go to bed at 8 when we have to work." So, yeah.
Polo, that is Blood Count from Bugs Bunny. Remember him?
Oh, nice. Let me get you. Hold on. Let's get Poe bigger. Just hold that pose, Poe. Just keep leaning in. It'll be good. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, he was the one that, abracadabra. I'm a bat, And then Bugs Bunny started mixing up the words. Abracapocus, and changing the spells.
Here, let me change this to this mode, Poe, so we can see how many people we scare away. Hey, there we are. Look at those guys. Look at those guys. Okay, you've had enough of looking at those guys. Paul said he doesn't remember him. Derek's laughing at the 420 jokes. What did Gideon said? Even though where I live, they don't celebrate Halloween. I found some Halloween decorations being sold locally. Nice. Derek, you going to any hot Halloween parties? Oh, I'm sure he is. He's dressing
bobbing for chin apples is what he's bobbing for. That's messed up. I didn't mean it, Derek.
he's got his costume as the penis guy, and he's gonna run around saying, "Beat me." Derek knows we're kidding. He knows if we didn't like him, we wouldn't joke with him. Yeah, but yeah. So we may go into town and do the trunk or treat because Angie really wants us to go in there with her. It's fun to give away candy, and then when you get down to about half of the candy's gone, just to tell the kids, "Get away, you little fuckers! This is mine now. I'm eating the rest of this. You had your chance." But the setup for trunk or treat is at 4. You know, Kelly and I went to trunk or treat. Talk about having a bunch of leftover candy. When we lived in Arkansas, we lived way out of town. Never once got a trick or treater came by because we're just too far out of town on a road that had like 4 houses on it, right? So no one's going to drive all the way out there for it. And so we said, let's do the trunk or treat. So we're hanging out. They did it right in this town square and all that stuff. And we're just hanging out. We knew what day Halloween was. We bought all this candy. It's like the sun just broke under the horizon. It's getting dusky. Let's head into town. It was over. They like started at 4 and they ended the thing at like 5:30. And we're like, what? It wasn't even dark yet. People are trick or treat, and it's over before it even gets. So there were some high school kids that were still walking around. They made out like bandits because I'm like dumping a bowl in their bag. Like, really? But yeah, we don't obviously where we're at out here. We don't get any trick or treaters. So we just might do that this year because Angie wants to do it, and it is fun. It's fun to see the kids having a good time and running around and throwing candy at them. Let's see. Make sure you don't make the headlines on national news. Yeah, that's never good. Never good. There, no promises. Bet we have less than a dozen treaters this year. Yeah, see, when you live in small towns like we do, especially when you live way outside of town, it's just trick or treating just doesn't happen. So it doesn't stop me from buying candy. Don't get that confused. But it just changes the day. I go buy the candy on the 1st and get it really cheap. And that's what we buy all our Halloween decorations for next year on the 1st of November. You
Nice.
At that Dollar General, and you can get like 47 things for $1.50. It's pretty cool. What are the coolest Halloween costumes you saw last year? Well, I got Kelly that. I don't know if that counts as a Halloween thing because it was in July, but
was sexy Wolford Brimley was my favorite last year.
Yeah, that was that was pretty good. Yeah. No, I didn't. Last year, I don't think we did anything for Halloween. We just hung out at the house. Oh no, I can tell you what the coolest Halloween costume I saw last year. Kelly was out of town, and the hotel had a Halloween party, and Kelly's counterpart that works the kitchen, she dressed up as like it was almost like oh crap, what's her name? Joker's girlfriend. You know.
Oh, now it's escaping me. Yeah. Lady Gaga.
Kind of her in zombie mode kind of thing, but she did a really good job with her costume. At first, when she came in, I didn't even know who she was. So that was the coolest one. I went as an old fat guy that works at a hotel because I didn't know people were dressing up. I just went for the free food, and I'm like, oh, people are dressing up. So Harley Quinn, there you go. There, Gideon got it.
We were just waiting to see who was the most perverted to throw it up there. Okay,
Right.
We get there.
Oh, here comes Polo. Everyone's, and right now they're screaming, "E dang lag! I was first." There's no way with the lag that the guy from the Netherlands beat you guys. So don't blame the lag. The lag excuse is right out the window. But anyway,
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Remember that?
yeah, right.
Big John
Right.
Studd was in that too. What was his name? Was he like Jack Daniels or something like that?
Something like that. Right? Yeah. Wow. I haven't even thought of that movie for 112 years. Yeah. That's amazing. So, did you get a chance to play any games this lately, or?
I played that Retro Roams. That was a big mess up. They were supposed to ship. I bought physical edition, collector's edition, which for me, I thought aside from digital, I thought that was the only edition, which no, I could have spent less money. But I ordered directly from their website, and then Mike ordered the special edition. It's just like one tier down off of Amazon. And they also have just a physical edition coming out you can get from Amazon and GameStop. Well, they couldn't get these physical editions out when they said they were. So the digital came out on Friday. I think the regular physical edition comes out next Friday. And then at the end of the month, the special edition and collector's editions are supposed to be mailed out that have all the extra garbage that you don't really need, in them. So in the meantime, anybody that ordered directly off their site, they sent you an email to go ahead and download the digital versions of it. With that collector's edition, there's also DLC, a couple other characters you're supposed to get. So they sent this code out, but they couldn't do that for people like Mike that ordered off of Amazon and people that ordered off of GameStop. I guess the idea there is if they gave them the digital download, these guys could just cancel their order, return the physical edition, and have a free game, So,
oh, right.
Yeah, people that didn't order directly from their site were kind of screwed on that. So, but I downloaded the game, I went to play it, and they showed both arcade cabinets, choose your game, and both of them said I hadn't installed the games yet. And I'm like, well, yeah, I did. I downloaded this game. I can go into the hub, but I can't play these games. So I sent them a message. And they told me, yeah, there were a few problems. They're working on it. Also, the DLC is showing up in the PlayStation Store for $5 or whatever. And I'm like, it should be free for me because I got the collector's edition. Well, they know about this problem too, and they're talking with Sony to get that fixed. So it wasn't the smoothest rollout of the game, but I did get to play. It finally worked anyway. So I had a video out today where I played the Michael Myers game. And I already played the Ash versus Evil Dead, the first level in it, which I have that video set to be out tomorrow at noon Eastern while I'm at work. So
Nice. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch your video yet because I was at work, and then I pretty much come right to the studio almost shortly after I get home. Sit down.
Yeah, I thought about going live with it this morning, and then I thought, well, you're at work, Mike's at church. It's Sunday morning. I don't know if anybody will even watch anyway, so I might as well just record it and then upload it later.
Yeah. While you were discussing that, and I saw your hand move and the flash of green back behind you. This is the way my brain works. I was listening to you, but at the same time, I had the thought that if I had a green screen like you do, right now I would just look like a floating head in front of your background because my shirt would be green screened out and my head would just be floating.
I've actually had a green shirt in my Amazon cart saved for later for like a year and a half now because that's how, at some point I can do something with that with my green screen, but I still never bought the shirt.
You know what you could do in October, Poe? You just get a little bit of makeup stuff and put blood around your neck, and you'd look like a severed head.
I thought you were going to say, since I'm bald, just paint my head orange, and I'd look like a pumpkin sitting here. Exactly.
Right. But no.
And you know what? Now you mentioned a few years ago, I bought some of those vampire retractable teeth. When you open your mouth, you can make the fangs drop down. I bought that for the channel, and I've never used them either. They're probably sitting around here somewhere.
No, geez, they're in your pile. They're in your secret stash pile. Yeah, that would be hilarious though. Just have blood and guts on over your green shirt hanging down, and just be a severed head for Halloween. You could get like a dummy that has no head and set it beside you or
Set the
something.
body.
So your head is over here. Put the hand on top of your head like it's holding it. It sucks. You look like Alec Baldwin in Beetlejuice, but holding his head. Kelly says, "Do it." In her best Palpatine impersonation voice. Polo, I saw your post up there. What's your favorite horror movie? And we talked a lot about horror movies last week. And that's like picking your favorite kid. You just don't. I mean, you have one. You just don't tell them. But there are so many good horror movies that I don't know that I have a favorite, because every time I'll say, "Oh yeah, it's definitely this," and then I'll be like, "But what about that?" "Oh shoot, yeah. Well, it's one of those two." "Well, what about this one?" "Okay, it's one of those three."
Right.
So there's just so many.
Yeah, I can't pick a favorite. We watched our staples pretty much this year already. We finally watched Poltergeist, but before that we watched Christine, is one that we always watch. And we haven't watched Creepshow yet. I love watching Creepshow and Army of Darkness, so I haven't got around to those two.
Yeah. Evil Dead 2 ranks up there pretty high for me. I like Army of Darkness a lot, but Evil Dead 2 has a little less humor and a little more.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the one that surprised me was, what the heck was that one we watched the other day? Stream. That's a new one. Came out this year, 2024. It's a new movie. If you have a chance to watch it, good movie. Had some really good, some good kills in there, and surprisingly good. I expected it to be worse than it was. Most of our lists that we're watching this year are very new movies. So came out 2023, 2024. So we're watching a lot of new stuff.
Nice.
Until like the last few days right before Halloween, then we're going to get some classics in and watch those. And then I think on Halloween Day, we're going to watch, we're going to try, I don't know, because if we're going to go to the trunk or treat, we may have to change things, because we're going to try to watch the Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin and the first Halloween movie. But I don't know, because if we go to trunk or treat, we'll run out of time before we have to go to bed. But that's the plan. And another one that's a good one, if you like interesting kills, if you're a gory type of horror movie person, Kelly, what's that? I can't remember the name of it now. I knew it before when I was talking about Stream, and now I can't think about it. People say, "Oh, it's just a dude walking around the woods for 2 hours."
No, I remember you talking to us about that one too.
Oh yeah, they have 2 or 3 of the most original kills I've ever seen. Just really good, gory, out of the blue. Like, oh my gosh, that was a crazy kill. So if you like watching the gory, creative kills in your horror movies, it just popped in my head and then popped right back out. Terrifier. Terrifier 3, is that what that says? There's those exclamation points. I don't have my glasses on. I haven't seen Terrifier 3 yet. I'm looking forward to it. They say it's pretty brutal, and they take it up a notch. But I'll think of that. It's some violence. Something about violence. I can't remember it. Kelly will remember way before.
I did see that before, Paul.
The Great Pumpkin kills all the Charlie Brown characters. Yeah. Although I still say the best Mad TV sketch thing, that type of stuff, is the one where the Santa Claus one, and they got
Raging Rudolph.
Yukon Cornelius, the hitman of the North.
Yeah, Yukon Corleone.
They deliver Santa's head in a box to Mrs. Claus.
They shoot the elf through the glasses right in the eye.
Funniest thing I ever saw.
Raging Rudolph, I think they called that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I never did see I'll have to look that up. I never saw the Great Pumpkin one. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of focusing right now on newer movies because that's what we've been watching, and In a Violent Nature, that's what it is. In a Violent Nature, and there is a lot of the dude just walking through the woods, but when he does catch up to people, yeah, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. So you might not want to watch it around your little ones if you got little ones running around, but I let Kelly watch it anyway. So anyway, we don't want to get off on the movie tangent too far again. That was like half our show last week.
Right.
So Mike still hasn't made it back. He's got company in, and so I'm guessing he's just entertaining. What have we been on? 50 minutes, almost an hour. So what's that? Furry Nights? I don't know. It sounds like a different movie than You gotta be a little more specific there or less specific. I don't know which one we're looking at. Yeah. Yeah, for me this week, gaming wise, I think I said last week, I got that dang iRacing, and I said I wasn't going to do it, but I got that $10 for the first year, and then I spent some money and I bought some tracks. So I've been racing the truck series stuff, and that's actually more fun than I thought it would be. So I've been doing truck races poorly.
Nice.
Yeah. But, yeah, Kelly, all the Hatchet movies. We watched 1 through 4 of those over the last couple weeks too. They got some good kills in it, and they'll sneak in some movies too. So.
Yeah, I'm so out of touch. I don't know any of the new ones. We're watching all the old ones.
Yeah, but I had watched the original Hatchet years ago. I think it came out in like 2010 or 2012 or something like that is when the original one came out. Hatchet 2 was like 2016, 2017, somewhere it was 3. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool movies.
I did watch Night of the Living Dead the other night. I can't remember if that was this week or the week before. But I got to watch that one every year. So
right.
We did watch that.
That's just a hometown documentary, right?
Right. But that's usually the one, like, when the wife picks her movies, I'll sit there and watch them with her. But when I pick something, she just put it on for me. She's like, that's what you wanted to watch, right? And I'm like, yep. And then she just kind of disappeared, you know. I'm like, you got to watch the part where they wheel the TV in there and they show all the towns around here where you can go, you know.
Right.
A lot of movies would have just made up fake towns. They actually, Romero kept these little towns, and you know, I always thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's funny because hold on, Mike, were you up there long? It's hard for me to see that screen.
Yeah, are you in the penthouse there, or what do you? Is that a pool?
I'm at the Playboy Mansion right now.
You're in the grotto. Nice. Well, you're in the grotto with Scott Baio.
And what's that?
Oh, I was just going to finish the thought we were saying because Poe was talking about Night of the Living Dead, and I was going to say I didn't know that those were real towns around that area until I watched your video where you're at the museum thing,
Pennsylvania.
And so I was like, oh, gee, because I just assumed, they're just making up town names or whatever.
Yeah, it's really cool because Ford City is real close to me, and then Butler, my wife went to college up there, and then Latrobe is the town I work in. So that meant not too much to me as a kid, but now that I work there, I'm like, that's really cool. That's where the Steelers always do their training camp, is Latrobe.
Uh-oh. Kelly's calling Mike out a little bit here because the Playboy Mansion tunnels over to the P. Diddy house.
We bring up something. Those parties.
Bring up something better like Epstein Island behind you or something there.
Oh, no. We're go visit that place.
Halloween theme. I thought you'd look. I got a spooky house.
Right.
Got an Atari phallic symbol.
Right. The ghost of Atari. So how you doing, Mike? Did you make it through? Did your visitors make it make it out? You're
Yes. They well, he just left. And one
nice.
Well,
That's
I'm going to
cool.
be out there next month, and hopefully we can find a day to meet somewhere, or maybe we play some games or something,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
or
looking forward to it. Just
maybe
let me
you'll
know the date.
yeah. I mean, you can always treat me to Red Lobster, and but
Right?
yeah, I got to pick a day because my son was originally going to take leave days too, but now he's actually starting into his real school, so he
Oh.
doesn't think he'll be able to take leave days, but he should be off in the evenings and Thursday for Thanksgiving, Friday. So hopefully, maybe that Wednesday we can figure something out right before Thanksgiving. It's yeah, we'll be flying back out again Saturday after that. Unfortunately, I wish I could have extended it into a full weekend there, but
Oh yeah.
my wife's worried. She's worried about the 5-hour flight out there. Oh, it's going to be such a long flight. I'm like, well, I mean, it's a lot better than driving, you know. I mean, I've flown out from here to California whenever I was in the Air Force. So yeah, you just keep busy, watch something or something. Next thing you know, you're there. So
Yeah. Shoot, we flew out there one time from Arkansas, and we went over to the Memphis airport, is where we took off from. And our layover was in Atlanta. And we were flying up to Portland. It's like, you guys realize that's like the exact opposite direction, right? So that flight from Atlanta up to Oregon was a long flight. But
yeah, she had looked up prices, and originally she wanted to fly out of Latrobe Airport, smaller airport, but you park there for free the whole time you're gone. It's not that busy there. Real nice to go there. Like if we fly down to one of the beaches in the summertime, you know, we'll go through the Latrobe Airport. But the way they had it, it's like, yeah, you're flying way down here, then you got a layover for 5 hours, then you're flying up. It would have taken us all day to get there. Where if you go to Pittsburgh is one flight. You get on Alaskan Airlines from Pittsburgh to Seattle, and you're there in 5 hours.
Oh, nice.
So.
I'm pretty sure I flew my Cessna out of Latrobe Airport one time.
You circled my steel mill.
Yeah, I flew north and went around a steel mill and went back, and then almost got ran over by a 737 because I didn't have my ATC on. Oh, good times. So how you doing, Mike? How'd your week go?
Oh, went pretty good. Worked on my video, and yeah, I'm not done yet. I'm still working on it. Like I gotta still kind of I'm gonna have skits in it, so I'm just kind of trying to see. I'm trying to have my friend help me out. If you remember Jason, he's been in my skits before, so I'm trying to have him help me do the new one.
Nice.
If you need a good screenshot for your comedy screenshot, Poe can open his mouth and turn his head to the one side. Get him, the schlong of Atari going on. the ghost schlong of Atari. No, wait, we got the Hoff in the room. The Hoff is here. He was in the tunnel between the houses. And,
he likes going to the grotto. With Kent.
Right. That's awesome. So you're just recording, were you recording like gameplay and stuff for your video or just
I actually got done. Yeah, I finished the gameplay of it. I couldn't beat it. The game's just way too hard. So for those of you who are wondering, it's Mission Impossible. It's a really hard game. I even I really need some more game footage, so I ended up using the game gene. But there's no invincibility. It's just you could just use infinite of the special weapons. But you know how the game goes. Health is very hard to find in that game, so you end up dying a lot on it. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can just keep doing this, go throughout the different levels and stuff, because they do give you the levels on the normal game. So, because I remember I used to write those down. I think I made it when I played it without a Game Genie before. I think I made it to the second level, or no, third. So I made it to the third level, and then I kept dying there. I just didn't understand what I needed to do because it gets really confusing. It's kind of like if those of you who played Metal Gear, the NES one, it's like, what key card do I use, or where's the equipment at, or where are the hostages at? So unless you got a guide, it's, you're going to be able to beat the game. But if you don't, lots and lots of trial and error, especially with
Could you imagine if they just totally trolled everybody and they made a game called Mission Impossible and it was like the easiest game ever?
Oh, that would be
This mission is not impossible at all. It's impossible to fail.
Yeah.
You walk up and the guys just fall over dead. You're just like, you start reaching for your gun, they just cower and cry and run away, and you're like, where's the impossible part of this mission? But
I actually had I was like writing notes because I thought it was pretty funny. It'll be included in the video, but the fact, like on the first stage, I think you're in Prague, and if you go around punching people, you get shot because apparently the government doesn't trust you around their citizens. So there's a sniper on a helicopter that will take you out.
Oh.
But what I found really funny is the part if there's an agent, they'll say like they recognize you're an IMF agent, they'll come after you to try to stab you. And if you use the guy with the M16 rifle, you just shoot him out in the streets. Nothing happens to you. I mean, that's totally okay. Trying to kill you with a knife, you can shoot them dead in their country, no problems. And so I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. But my favorite part was trying to lure the bad guys because there's cars that cross the middle of the street. They'll honk before they try to run you over. And you want to kind of lure them, and you can run the bad guys over with a car. It's pretty funny. You just kind of fly away, and they're just turning around like a tornado. So the animation is pretty funny.
Nice.
But did you guys watch the old TV show? That was back in 1988 and 89. Not the old one. So this was like in the 80s when they revitalized the show.
I didn't watch those ones. I know they're old now. I call them new, the newer ones. But,
Right. Yeah, no, I never watched those either.
Okay.
I've only seen a handful of the originals also, but yeah.
Well, the African American guy, he's the son of the other spy. So he's one of the his father was on the original show. So he got cast. I think he got cast into it. I'm like, Barney, right? Was it Barney? I believe he was the hacker of the group.
Oh, I don't know.
Same job he has, and he's like the son of the from the first Mission Impossible.
Nice.
Yeah, with the exception of Michael. Was it Jim or Phelps?
Yeah.
Who's the actor that played him? That played Jim Phelps. You remember?
I don't remember.
Remembering names here, but Peter Graves was.
Peter Graves. Yeah. Yep. That's him.
I can't even remember half my family's name anymore, so that's surprising. I pulled up.
Director of Night of the Living Dead, George Romero.
Right.
You want to keep that in your memory banks.
Yeah. When it was just me and Poe on the screen, I had to put Poe on top because if he was on the bottom, it cut off his own name, and he kept forgetting that.
Yep.
I'd be like, "Hey, Poe."
Yeah, this is really strange. I really like the picture here, and that I can see the chat, but I put it on full screen, and I still can't see the full screen. So anything on the very bottom, when you're putting up people's chats, I'll see their name, but not what they're saying down below there.
Oh, they're all just talking shit about you.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that.
Every one of them. I put this up here, and I'll read it to you. Derek said, Poe is even more of a dick than usual.
Because the top of it looked like it was cut off at the top. It looked like it said something about Thanksgiving, but that's okay. I believe it.
Yeah, Kelly said, you're right, Derek. Poe is a bigger dick than normal. What? She's been talking with your wife.
My dick died. Peter Graves.
We were just talking about it.
That's why I didn't think of his name. I looked down and said Peter Graves talking about myself. Mike's like, that's his name. I'm like, yeah, that was it.
Just rolled with it. Yeah, that's hilarious.
You guys are getting me warmed up because I'm going to be on Bliss's show Tuesday. So coming up with these zingers for Bliss.
All right. He'll love it. It'll fit right in. Well, Mike's gaming gal will love it. I don't know how much Phil will love it.
He did sneak out in one of my naughty chats the other day whenever they were on. So yeah. Mike knew what he was doing though, and he went ahead and put it up on the screen anyway. So
yeah. Well, it's fun. Sometimes Phil jumps in our chat and he'll throw some zingers out there that we're like, that was beyond PG-13. I don't even know what's going on here. Hey, the Game Freak is here.
There's the Game Freak.
I don't know if you can see my hands kind of disappearing to Michael Knight's face.
Yeah. Game Freak said he never beat Mission Impossible either. Definitely a tough game.
Oh, yeah. It's hard. I love it, though. I love that game, regardless.
I wish Mike's gaming gala wasn't driving right now because he could answer this better than I could. But there was another game. I can't remember which system this one was for. But it was Impossible Mission. And the funny thing was it the 7800 that came up? I can't remember.
No, I heard of that. I think it's the Intellivision.
What happened is they made the game, and there's a glitch in it. So it really is an impossible mission. You couldn't beat the game. Everybody bought this game, and it was an impossible mission.
Yeah.
How about Mission Impossible for the N64? Did you play that one?
I didn't play a lot of N64 growing up, or no, well, shouldn't say growing up. I was already an adult by the time the N64 came out. But my brother had one, and my best friend had one. So when I came home on leave, it was usually GoldenEye time when I went to see one of them. Yeah.
Love GoldenEye.
I had the PS1, so I would bring that back with me when I was on leave, so that they could play Metal Gear and stuff like that. You know.
Did you show them Tomb Raider? How great the graphics are.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention that, my physical copy of that remastered was supposed to be here yesterday. It didn't come, and then all of a sudden in the evening it said Monday. It'll be here Monday. So.
Yeah, I think either Monday or Tuesday I'm supposed to get mine. Should be coming in the mail too.
Nice.
Yeah, probably what happened is they were trying to deliver it to you, but her pointing boobs got stuck in the mailbag, and they kept ripping the mailbag trying to get it out of there. What is going on in here? I don't know. Game Freak says Impossible Mission was on the worst system ever, the C64.
C64.
Oh,
yeah, it was on the C. But I think was it possible on the C64, or was that the one there where it was impossible to beat it? I know since then fans went in and made it possible. They fixed it since then, but yeah, I have like hardly any experience with the C64. I do have the Mini, and I played Popeye on it. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much most of those old console games and stuff like that, I could have just renamed Impossible Mission because they were all impossible. But the glitch was my controller. There was always something wrong with it. I don't know if it was the controller or my thumbs, but something wasn't working right. They were all impossible missions for me.
So I tell you what, going back and playing that Splatterhouse 2, and I hadn't played that in forever. It's a good thing I didn't record that because I was yelling cheater the whole time. And those little guys that crawl on the ground, and I'm like, no, I killed him. There's no way he bit me just then, cheater. And then wrinkled wiener guy, forget about it. He started spitting out of his one eye at me.
Right? Yeah, those whatever they are that they come down and you got to get down low. And again, something was going on because for some reason I ducked down to try to whap them, and It was almost as if I was pushing the jump button instead of the punch button.
Oh,
And they would just bite me instead. So it must have been a malfunction. It couldn't have been that I did it every freaking time they came up. I pushed the wrong button. I'm like, ow! How can you not duck and punch? Yeah.
I don't have a component to HDMI in order to record that, so I didn't record. But I ordered one, so now if anything comes up that I need to play off of the soft modded Wii, I can capture it finally.
nice.
Without putting my phone right in front of the TV and stuff. You know?
Oh, that's old school.
Yeah.
Game Freak says his C64 is in a storage bin. It's the only system he owns that is not in his game room. He knows many loves it, but he'd jerk off with a cheese grater.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people. My brother bought one, but he didn't buy one until he left for the Army. So he speaks fondly on it, but I never played one growing up. So I was late to the game. But there's a lot of people out there that do love it.
I missed the beginning of that. What, your brother got a C64 or a cheese grater? I didn't hear what you were talking about.
It was a cheese grater, and I wasn't allowed to touch it. But every once in a while, when he was asleep, I'd be grating my cheese under the covers. Is that a new one now? He's over there grating the cheese. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's you never know where this show is going to go.
You do know where the show is going to go. Come on.
Right.
That's why you come back.
Right. That's hilarious. Game Freak, he's speechless. He's got nothing. He's got nothing to say.
I expect to see that as a new thing, you know, grating the cheese. That's going to take off. It's like,
Yeah. Grating the cheese.
grating. Sorry, grating, not grading. I give that one an A. A plus.
Cheese.
Some on the cheese. That's what we get at the steel mill, right? Game Freak. I know I do in the summertime.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, Mike, you missed most of Greg's stuff. He told his funny story about he spent an hour trying to find the pinball tournament on the Switch, and then he realized, wait, Pinball M, you can't play the Switch with the other things. So
Yep.
he wasted the better part of an hour looking for a tournament he couldn't join.
I want to say I'm
Turn the
happy.
heart monitor.
I'm real. Oh, they play it on the heart monitor. That's messed
Remember the
up.
guy
Right off.
that plays the games on the heart monitor?
You could play Pong on there.
Yeah.
Right?
And probably Doom. So
Right? Yeah. Nice.
yeah, I was saying earlier, Mike, I played pinball with my PlayStation Portal, and I sucked, but I mean that screen, just the right size. The controls are just the right size for me on there because it's like having a DualSense built onto the screen. So a little bit easier playing on that than it is me playing FX3 on the Switch handheld with the little tiny Joy-Cons on the side, you know. So that was nice.
Nice.
I still
Yes,
sucked, but
Yeah, I noticed when I went to because I didn't own Chainsaw Massacre, so I went and looked it up on my PS5. I noticed it was on sale yesterday for $2.53. So
wow.
definitely bought it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I went and checked on all the other games. Unfortunately, they were on sale except the trying to think of that game. Can't even. Oh no. But anyways, yeah, I wanted the thing, and that wasn't on sale. It was the other one that was kind of a made up type of character on there. I'm not sure if you know it, Bart.
It's
Like
on
a killer.
Pinball M.
Yeah, it's on Pinball.
was that the newest one? Wasn't there a newest one that came
System
out?
Shock.
Not System Shocks, the other one.
The Shocker.
You gotta hold the controllers.
The shocker, the spocker, the minivan.
What was the other one? I mean, is it Duke Nukem?
No, I know, dude.
No. Yeah, you would have known that.
Dead by Daylight. That was.
Oh,
the one
Dead
I
by
was
Daylight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a fun table, but yeah, it's a good choice though. Getting that Texas chainsaw.
Oh yeah.
Derek said Elder Gods. Elder Gods you get for free, Derek. So
Yes.
they don't put that one on sale very often. This week only $2.99. I'm on it.
The shocker, the spocker, the showstopper, the minivan. What else am I missing?
Shirley gets back into the room to hear us talking about the shocker. Yeah, just what she wants to hear. But from under cheese grater, there's all kinds of.
That's a loofah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. So, this week, Mike, we're playing Aliens for FX3.
Oh,
That's gonna be the pinball table. Aliens.
Nice.
It's epic. Derek says it's epic. It's pretty shocking. I see what you did there. Yeah, but
and Night Flashers is the arcade. Like, I know we talked about it. So
I thought Beat 'em and Need 'em. I thought we were going to play that.
You've gone too far. This show is over.
Beat 'em and eat 'em. I thought that was the end of the first level of last week's game.
And we're not talking about energy drink either.
Well, I think that is the one that Mike's Gaming Gala put up on Bliss's thing. I said somebody needs to make a medieval version of the game called Flog 'em and Hog 'em. And Mike put that right up on the screen, and Bliss just had the look on his face like...
Nice. So is he still using StreamYard? I thought he was looking at alternatives.
Yeah, I think he's trying other things now. I think for his show, I don't know. Maybe he's still using it till the end of the month, but trying out the other one on his live streams during the day. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we kind of got thrown into making the change really quickly because Greg, he wasn't feeling well and all that, so he didn't see the email about the price hike. And then so when I messaged him and I'm like, hey, this thing went up extremely, and he's like half hour later or whatever, he texts me, he's like, hey man, can you meet me on StreamYard so we can talk? And I'm like, okay, what's up? So I got on there and he's like, my plan his renewal date was the next day. So he's like, if we're doing this, I need to cancel today or they're going to charge me the $45 tomorrow. So we kind of got thrust in it, and he was so pissed that they did it and all that he just went before he did the Streamlabs or I looked into he'd already canceled the StreamYard, and that's why I had to quick, ask you guys about intros and outros and stuff because, well, I had the intro that we've been using, but all of that stuff is just gone because he was like, fuck you guys, and he canceled it. And I'm like, dude, we lost the outros. He's like, oh crap. That's right. They were all on the StreamYard.
I saw that by chance, and it sounds like a lot of people that had accounts never got an email about the price hike. And I get like Facebook sponsored crap, and I'll click on them now, and then StreamYard came up. And at one point, I thought about getting it for myself too, and I clicked on it, and I see everybody in there posting, so long, this is ridiculous how much you raised the price. So then I had to Google it, and this company that bought them sounds like they wait until certain platforms take off, then they buy them and they shoot the price up. That's what this company is known for. So
they buy them and then hike the price. It's pretty crazy. I just got a weird. My phone made a weird sound. I was like, "What's happening here? It's on fire or something?" I don't know. But
Knight Rider Pinball. We did do Knight Rider Pinball before, right?
Oh, wow,
Is Knight Rider Pinball going to be the next challenge if some of my money goes on the off?
Next month. That would be good.
Yeah.
I need to get that
Yeah.
game anyway.
Oh, no, next month, everything's Thanksgiving based. How
Yeah.
hard would that be to do?
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I can't think of any Thanksgiving based pinball tables.
Would the Custer game count? Or
Right.
Custer's Revenge all month long.
All month long. Yeah. Yeah. Next, I don't know I wasn't sure what this week's challenge was going to be until I was sitting here setting things up because Restream is new for us. So I was changing stuff, figuring out how I can do the intro and outro and all that. And it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere in there before showtime. And I was like, shit, I didn't take a picture of last week so I can get the scores up. And I didn't even make a tournament for this week. So I quick logged on and I was behind times. So I got to find.
Well, that's what happened with the arcade challenge too with me. I didn't know if anybody else was picking. So I actually went on Google because a lot of the games I thought of were light gun games. I'm like, I can't put that out there because there's probably a lot of people that can't play those, So
hey,
I found some guys
top two
yeah,
right
wait there. And then I won't even play, right? My own challenge. But yeah, some guy had his list of top 10 games and he had Night Slashers in there. And I'm like, I remember Bart played that months ago. So I'm like, yeah. And I know I put it on my arcade, but I never got around to playing it. So I think.
Right. Game Freak said Food Fight is the perfect Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
You're right. Food Fight and Fast Food for 2,600.
I haven't played either. I saw, was it the one for the 7,800? Is that Food Fight?
Food Fight, yep. They just brought it. Yeah, you can buy it again off of Atari. They brought it out again. I didn't buy it again because I have the original cartridge for the 7,800. But yeah, now that you're getting a 7,800 plus, a lot of cool stuff. Unfortunately, Midnight Mutants is a game that's a lot of fun, but it's really gone up in price, and I don't see them ever reissuing that one because that had Grandpa Al Lewis on the cover of it, and he's in the game and stuff, so probably won't see Atari bringing that one back out anytime soon. It'd be nice if they did, though, because that game is... When I bought it, it wasn't near as expensive as it is now. So just 6-7 years ago, I think it was about half the price that the thing is now.
What's that game with the miner? Like it's like Miner 49er, but it's the other one, Bob's something. Looks like this guy.
Bounty Bob Strikes Back was the sequel to Miner 2049er.
Yeah. What do you think
Fun
of that
game. I like them. I have them for the 5200, the ColecoVision. So I already had those. I have them for the 2600. So fun games. But having them out for the 7800 is I'll probably buy it for the 7800 now that it's out. Some of those were homebrew games that people made on Atari Age, unlicensed, but games that weren't available for the 7800. People were making homebrew games. That was one of them. But then when Atari bought Atari Age, they had to drop all their unlicensed games, obviously, because it's Atari now. But I think somehow Atari got the licensing and talked to the home brewer and made this happen, made a deal with them so that they could bring the game out.
Yeah, I like the box cover for it. I saw it like, oh, I should pick this up, but I'm not sure if it's fun or not.
Yeah, it's a fun game, but I mean, it's old school fun. So really, it can be a hard game, but simple old school fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get with that.
Is there an ending, or is this kind of like a...
No, far as I've never made it that far, so...
Yeah,
you'll probably just keep going on, like most Atari games, The 7800, I mean, even that was kind of the same way. The games that they came out for, a lot of them were just rehashes of other games or arcade classics for that. But Midnight Mutants is, if I can find that someplace for cheap, I'll have to grab that for you, because I do enjoy that game. It was what the 7800 should have been should have had more games, Nintendo-esque, bigger adventures
yeah.
and stuff like that. But
And
this
they
is
had,
back out now. This is back out, and you ordered it, right, Mike?
Yes,
Well, you
I
can't see
pre-ordered
it
it.
because
I pre-ordered it already. Yep, not that one, but the other one.
right. Well, and that's good because I pre-ordered this way back whenever it was announced, and then it took a while for me to get it. And then when Atari Age announced their last chance sale, anything that they didn't have licensed must go. There are people that are still waiting for their copy of Popeye to come a year and so many months later, but nobody else could order it. It was done, And Daryl Gunther, that made the game, he ended up making the game with Opcode Games and making a deal with them, and so they're bringing it back out. And at the beginning, the little splash screen, the title screen, this one had Atari Age logo and it played the Atari theme. The new one won't have that, but it's, so as far as I know, pretty much the same game. You don't want to miss out on that if you have a 7800 or a 7800 Plus coming. Best, aside from the arcade, obviously, the best Popeye game out there is this new one for the 7800. I mean, they beat NES, and Nintendo's the one that made the game, right?
Yeah, I went and played back the prior to you talking to me about it. So I went and played the Nintendo one, and then I kind of looked up some videos. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. So I ended up.
He did such a good job with this thing. And like I said, these ones, before they announced last week that they were going to sell them again, people were selling these on eBay for, I think, like 600 some bucks, something crazy like that.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. No, I would never sell mine, but that price was going up there.
Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. So what else you got? What else you got, Mike? Poe and I did the first hour, so now you have to do the next hour yourself.
Yeah, Mike, you better have something going, darn it. You weren't here. We're not talking about that rash when you're from under.
Let's talk about cheese. No, I'm just... yeah, I had a topic I wanted to talk to you guys about. What was it? That Nintendo game that's going to be releasing. Maybe you heard about it, Poe, from Retro, the guys that made Haunted Halloween. For 86, 85, and then of course 87. They had another game. It was called, I think, All Quiet. Have you heard of that game?
I don't think I heard of that. No.
Yeah, that was...
See, what's bad is they used to own a bunch of stores around here. So anything they had coming out, they had playing on an actual Nintendo sitting next to the cash register at each of their stores. And that's when I discovered Haunted Halloween 85 and then 86, bought them right from them back in the day. But all of their stores closed after COVID, which sucks. I think they have an online store, but that's about it now. So.
Yeah, they should. I hope they get another store back. That's pretty cool. They said, what was it? Pittsburgh Dad used to be outside and sign their copies of their games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the one mostly in the Monroeville Mall where Night of the Living Dead was filmed, but there was another one in Greensburg that was an even bigger store. And they had games for every system you could think of, old systems, and then collectibles, action figures from the 80s and everything on up, all kind of cool stuff at their stores. So I really missed them.
Did you know the guys? One of them seemed familiar with you, Sebastian, the guy I talked to.
Sebastian, yeah. Mm-hmm. You would see some of the guys and, in passing whenever you would go in there and then buy stuff from them. And I mean, a bunch of cool people that worked at those places, great prices on everything. It really sucks that they don't have their stores around here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of when I went shopping for their games, because it's like, well, I didn't find too many good deals on Saturday. So it's like, I could probably get some good deals on Sunday. I went to their booth because I definitely wanted to pick up their game, or actually both. I was going to get 85 and 86, and 85 sold out. I'm like, what do you have left? And they said 86. That's the one I picked up with the orange cartridge.
Yes, I bought the orange. I didn't buy the green 85 when it came out, and I kicked myself for that. I just got the gray. But
Yeah.
now it's back on the Kickstarter, so I'm tempted to get that trilogy just
the
to get
box
that.
set. The
Yeah,
box
just to
set,
get
right?
the
Yeah.
green. You'll get the green, you'll get the orange, and then 87 as a purple. Or you can get the box set in black. They said the black is only available in the box set.
Yeah.
And all three cartridges are black.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, oh, I just need, what was it? I need 85 and I need 87. So that's tempting to me too. I'm kind of eyeballing that as well.
Yeah, if I end up grabbing that, and then, oh man, I'll have 2 copies of 85 and 86. But
We can do it.
but they're local guys too. It's good to support local guys.
Oh yeah.
Or any home brewer, really. These guys take the time to make these games.
That's your backup copy in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, right. That's how I'll explain it to the wife.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, then I also thought about. I almost went back and bought the Retro Realms special edition that you got, Mike, because I forgot. I bought the collector's edition.
Yeah.
And that box that you're going to be getting,
yes,
is the VCR box, and the poster looks so freaking sweet. And I got the collector's edition, so the box that comes with it looks like an arcade cabinet with Halloween on it. It's not the VCR box. I'm like, man, okay. I want that VCR box. Maybe I'll go back and order it for the Switch this time instead of the PS5.
Yeah. Double dip.
I'll have 2 Michael Myers plush toys.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I want to ask you guys something. So, what is it? Is it At Games? It's one of the companies. They made a small, is it Jurassic Park? And then the other one was Star Wars. Is that right? Does that seem right to you, Bart? At Games? I think it's At Games. So there's, or no, actually, I'm wrong. I think it's Stern. So they had these mini ones. And it was funny. I saw one at a Costco.
Yeah, Costco was going to be selling them, right?
Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, what, $459, somewhere around there. Would that be a good pinball machine to pick up? Or would it be better to get that Attack from Mars that our friend Digital Victory's got?
I personally would go for the At Games 4K.
Yes.
But you're also talking about spending $2,000 to get that.
But now the ones that you're talking about, Mike, at Costco, that's only one game, right? On those things. You can't add more.
I only got the one game, but I wanted to mod it if I get my hands on it. Yeah.
Did you see the other day? I can't remember his name now, so of course you're not going to be able to answer. But the one guy that goes to all these shows and everything, the guy that created Arcade One Up Arcade, whatever it's called, he's no longer with them. He's making these. They're going to be making these physical pinball tables for like $800. Now they have nothing licensed yet. I think they're going to do a Kickstarter, but it's like 80-some% size smaller than a real pinball game. But they actually show like the ball is just a bit smaller, but it's a real ball, physical tables. So come next year, you should be hearing more about it. What tables they're making. Right now, he did the tour and talked to the guy. All they had was the table. There was no guts inside yet. So, but they showed what the size of it's going to be, when you buy the thing. I think they said $800 is what they're looking at for the thing. So,
nice.
But again, it's going to be a physical pinball table. So the one game you get is what you get for that. You won't be able to add like
Elvira. I'll be happy.
I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what right now he's throwing it out there. He's getting some ideas. He wanted some feedback on what parts to even get for it, flippers and everything. What were the best at this show? But it looks like there'll be more options out there come next year once they come out with this thing.
So probably just wait, man. And what's his company, or who's he go by?
He used to be with arcade one, whatever you call
Yeah.
it.
I still
Yeah.
can't think of his name. Yeah, because he was like, he would go on Console Kids show every once in a while and stuff like that. They would talk to him, and he was giving all kind of inside information.
What was the dude's name that accidentally wiped out everything in his arcade? Kong? Was he something
Kong's
Kong?
R Us?
Yeah,
Kong's R Us?
Contra Us.
It's
Mhm.
on his channel. He went to the show last week or something and talked to this guy. So if you look at his channel, that's where I
Okay.
saw it.
Check out that. Okay, I'll watch that.
I've been subscribed to him, but aside from the arcade stuff, I really wasn't watching a whole lot of what he did. But when I saw that, his thumbnail said about a new physical pinball table coming out next year, I'm like, oh, I'll check this out.
Right. Now, am I thinking of something different? Because I thought those Stern ones that they were releasing at like Costco, I thought they were physical pinballs also. Are
That's
they not
what
a
I
physical
thought too.
table?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, let me look that up real quick. I
don't think it's a digital, so it would be what you get. It's a little bit smaller than a full size table. It doesn't have quite all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Opening up the page. Let's see here.
And while you're looking that up, I mentioned to Poe. I talked on the phone yesterday with Ed for quite a while. We were having a nice conversation, and he said since they did that flipper lag fix on the 4K tables, playing gorgeous, and every new table that comes out has the fix already built in. And he picked up, I think he got the pack with Monster Bash and Creature. He says it's playing phenomenal, and he's not even playing VPX and stuff as much as he used to, because they're making so many game tables available to play natively on that At Games 4K. And he says it just sounds great. The surround in there, all the, you get the rumble effects and all that stuff. It's really, really amazing. And I'm like, you can stop talking now anytime, Ed, because all you're doing is making me want to buy one of these tables. So now he's getting to where he double dips and stuff on. They also, Mike, they released the thing for it. It's the first Pinball M table that they've made available for the At Games to play. He's always been able to play it on the go, where he plays it on his computer, but through the 4K table. But now it's playing natively, and he says it plays so much better and just looks gorgeous, and it's just a really awesome experience. But again, you're going to pay $2,000 for the thing.
Yeah.
So it should play and look good. But
it's a lot cheaper than buying a real table. They're around $9,000 to $8,000 or something around there.
Yeah, and even with the Attack from Mars that it came with, like you said, you're in the $10,000 range for an Attack from Mars table, and then you can start throwing on other tables for $5, $6. I don't know what At Games charges. Even if it was $10 a table, it's still better than spending another $6, $10,000 for this table, and then another $6 to $10,000 for this table, and you just add them on there. And Derek said he still plans on buying all of us a 4K At Games, so that's good. Because I'm assuming that he has my name with 3 exclamation points and getting 4K At Games in the same sentence. So I think that means he's buying me one. And I'm sure he wouldn't only buy me one, because he likes you guys just as much. So I'm sure that, Christmas is just around the corner. So I'll make sure to get you my address again, Derek, so you can get that mailed out. But yeah, if I had a couple grand laying around to I would seriously consider it after talking with Ed again, because he just makes me jealous every time he talks about it. Mine does a good job, and mine, I think I'm like $300 into it. If I count, replacing my computer that used to run it, but I use that for everything else too, so it's not dedicated to pinball. The stuff that's dedicated to this pinball machine, I'm about $50 into it. So, because I use spare parts for everything. I think the only thing that I bought, the piece of wood that I built the body and the flat screen 4:3 monitor so that it wouldn't be a widescreen back glass, which I don't know why. I just wanted it to be square instead of widescreen because to me it seemed more natural. But anymore, the newer tables have widescreen back glasses on a lot of them anyway. But and I think I got that on eBay for like $50.
Oh wow!
So I paid like 50 for that and like 10, $12 for the piece of wood because it's quarter-inch plywood.
You're going to have to save money for Glenn's new arcade cabinet. Make room in there. I watched his Friday show after the fact. I try to catch it now and then, especially if I see that there's something about Viper on there. And I knew he was going to do this one for Kickstarter. But he was talking about it a bit on there. And it's going to have the bigger Viper that he's going to order or have out eventually, I think, for this thing. But his plans for this thing are crazy. I think it's a full-size cabinet. It's real wood. And he wanted a 26-inch monitor in there. But after talking to his team, it was going to bump the price up. And it was going to make it over 300 pounds. So shipping was going to be real high. So he said he had to kind of bite the bullet. They're going with a 19-inch. But what's really nice, it's going to come with the Glenn style control panel that we bought for our iArcades. But he has those little build-a-cades. I don't know if you've ever seen those little arcade cabinets you can put a pie in. That's what this is. He's calling it the Build-A-Cade FU right now. I think that stands for first unit, but it's FU.
Right.
You're going to be able to take that panel out, put in another panel with a 3-inch trackball instead of the 2-inch, put in another panel just for dual stick. He's thinking about making one with a Tron stick. So they'll slide out and they can all fit in the cabinet underneath. They have a coin box, they're like a panel down there. So you can fit all of these in. You don't have to buy them all. It'll come with that one main one. And then light guns and everything. These are his plans. But that 19-inch monitor, it's going to be motorized. So if you're playing a horizontal game, you hit the button and that monitor turns. So I really, vertical or, you hit the button and it turns the other way so you can play your Donkey Kong and stuff like that. So really neat idea. I'm just interested to see what it would cost. I mean, now I have room for my iArcade and I'm loving it. But I'm going to be a bit jealous, I think, when this thing comes out and other people get a hold of the thing.
Right.
And then, like he said, you can put any artwork on it. He's going to have T-molding. He's going to real T-molding. You can get white or black, I think, is what he's going to offer. But then you could make it look like a Popeye cabinet if you bought the side art and stuff, whatever you want. Donkey Kong,
Right. Nice. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I've seen a little bit about. I didn't see a show Friday. I might go look at it, take a look at, see how it's going. But
yeah, because when he first announced that, I'm like, it's cool, but nah. But then whenever he started talking about it and saying that, you hit a button and it turns the screen this way. You hit the button and it turns it that way. I'm like, that's pretty neat. I like that.
Right. Yeah. That is interesting. That is cool. But like you said, it sounds pricey.
Yeah.
It sounds pricey to me. Yeah.
Wow, I was wrong. I was wrong about the price on the Jurassic Park. The Home Edition Plus on Stern, it's $5,999.
Yeah. You're right.
So it's actually close to what the other. So the other one is around $6,000 or $7,000. So $1,000 difference, you can get the regular model.
It's full size.
Smaller one. Yeah. Probably the app
Yeah,
games would probably be my route, I guess.
Yeah. It is amazing how expensive pinball machines have gotten. But and I've owned both digital and physical. And physical tables, there's something to be said. It's nice to play a real table, and you can feel the ball movements, you can feel the machine and all that stuff. But there's also something to be said for having one machine and being able to play almost unlimited games. You can play hundreds.
That's the way to go.
And it's kind of like the same thing with the arcades. You can buy yourself a Donkey Kong machine or whatever your favorite Poe could go buy himself a Popeye machine, which he would love to have the real cabinet, but
Right.
that's all he's playing on it. Or he can
Yeah.
get his iArcade multicade. He can play Popeye on it in hundreds of other games. So it's kind
And
of
now-
like multicade versus the.
Yeah, I mean,
There is the added bit of the physical pinball versus digital pinball is not quite apples to apples, where you're playing the same ROM set, no matter which you're playing, the actual original Popeye or you're playing the ROM
Right.
game version. It's the same game, but there is a little bit of difference. But just the sheer
and some
amount of
people are
tables-
just going to like the feel of a real ball in there and everything, compared to.
Yeah. But anymore, they're getting so good with the physics, and they're getting so good with the. Like, I haven't played one of these 4Ks, but just talking with Ed, and the way he said they got those 5 speakers in the body of that thing, and when the ball's rolling around, he says, I swear it feels like the ball is rolling where it's supposed to because it's rumbling under that part of the table, and they use all the sound effects to make it feel like the ball is actually rolling there. And I'd love to feel the feel. I'm afraid, though, if I were to go to someone's house or whatever that had one of these 4Ks, I would end up buying one. So I'd be like, this is just too badass, mine's nice, but this is really awesome. So I don't get overly excited about the 4K screen per se, because I know my eyes. I can't really see the difference between a 1080p and a 4K image a lot, because my eyes just aren't good enough anymore. I'm too old and blind. So that doesn't excite me as much as the other things, the feeling of it. And I don't know. I think it has the nudge sensor where you can actually physically nudge the table, but I'm not for sure about that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I have one of these for this, but when I got my new computer, I can't find the drivers for it to where I can physically nudge my. And it only worked for VPX. It didn't work for the not at games, Zen tables. It doesn't work for that anyway. But it is kind of cool when you can physically nudge your digital table and make the ball move. And I think they have that on the at games, but I'm not for sure. Hey, Greg's back here watching the show with 3 exclamation points. Derek says, "Hey, Greg," and Greg says, "Hey, Derek." But yeah, they are really neat. Every time I talk to Ed, he makes sure to remind me that he has one and I don't. And he said he got that new version of the thing and he beat my score. He made sure to tell me that. So, which is
Are
awesome.
you getting Arcade 1-Up's new big announcement, their new release? A lot of people come down on them because every year they have a new Popeye coming out. So they made a big announcement of what they have in the pipeline, and it's a photo booth, and people just rip them up one side and down the other in the comment section. They're like, "Too bad I don't have a tablet or a camera that I can already take a selfie with. This will be great." Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to have to dedicate a 3x5 area of my house to have a thing where I could take a selfie. Wow. Does it take real film though? Like Polaroid
That's what
film
it
to
should do,
spit
right?
out a
A little
picture?
black and white picture like all of us did back in like basic training and stuff. Hold up the little sign. I miss you. I heart you.
Right.
I'm not cheating on you.
There says, is it another Pac-Man?
Another every couple months we got a new Pac-Man coming out.
Yeah. and
I'm waiting for the 2600 version cabinet to come out.
Well, they did that. Well, they kind of did. The Atari 50 anniversary cabinet that came out has 2600 games on it. Ballistic Coffee Boy got one. So you have arcade Atari games, and then you have 2600 games on it.
Does the side art have like the derpy Pac-Man?
Oh, that would have been nice. They should have made it look like
I would have bought
2600. The side art is the Atari 50 logo.
Oh, okay.
They were putting on everything.
They'll put Pac-Man on there.
But again, it was a rehash of a bunch of games they already brought out, put together in this thing.
I mean, if they would have just put Pac-Man on ET, yeah, I'm sold.
Right.
That's what they should get, right? The Crash Edition. Here's Pac-Man and E.T. And that's it. That's all you're getting. That's all we have the license for. $5,000.
Nice.
They should make more, like a lot more, where people, make more cabinets that there are people that buy Arcade 1-Up.
Well,
Then
yeah,
they got-
just like they did with Pac-Man. Yeah, this is future. People are gonna buy an Atari 2600 for this version of Pac-Man. That was their thinking.
Wow. Nice.
And then they all ended up buried. Or I have about 5,000 copies of it here. Anytime you would buy a lot of Atari games, you would get a Pac-Man in it. Same thing with buying Atari 5200. You would get Pac-Man 5200 on there, So I got a bunch of those laying around. People always say, "Oh, you should sell them or something." Like, oh, I'll keep them just in case. I'm not a hoarder or anything, but what if 5 of them break? At least I'll have that 6th one sitting here.
Right.
Nice.
Right. Exactly. Right. Oh. All right, guys. Well, I'm getting tired.
You're getting tired of our shit.
We're getting close to that 2-hour mark. I'm getting sleepy, tired. Poe's got
Yeah, I'm
work
going to
in the
get
morning.
yelled at. Oh, why'd you have to remind? I don't gotta work. I have a phone. I'm not calling off, guys. I'll be there.
So I'm saying we should roll into final thoughts. Mike, you got anything? You're in the top corner. You can start us off.
Sure. Like I said, I'm still working on that Mission Impossible video, so maybe a week or 2 it should be done, because I gotta do the B-roll. The B-rolls, and also if you have a friend that's going to be helping you, you kind of you have to work with him on their schedule as well. So yeah, if anybody's watching, they're all, why isn't Mike putting it out yet? It's because I gotta wait for my friend when he's available to do the show with me, or I mean the episode with me. So it'll be nice. It'll be kind of like the old the old ones I used to make back in the day.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah, especially with Jason. He likes helping out with them, so I'm happy to hopefully we can.
And Air Force guy, right?
Yes, he's an Air Force
So
guy.
I'll be watching. It's quality work. Always quality work when the Air Force is involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've got. And I plan also, hopefully, if my son doesn't want to go trick-or-treating on Halloween, I might do some sort of Halloween stream where I'm playing some sort of Halloween game.
Well,
So I might
nice.
do that thing.
Maybe you'll have your Retro Realms game by then, and you can play some Halloween on there.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, we'll see what game I pick. It's not My Little Pony either. That's
Nice. All right. Poe, what do you got?
Yeah, I put out the Halloween video today, so check that out. Ash vs. Evil Dead will be out tomorrow at noon Eastern. I wanted to play the remastered of Night Slashers today and have that come out maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, but I didn't get to play it. Next thing you know, the wife was in there telling me I had to do stuff, so I had to turn off the PlayStation. But maybe I'll do that this week because it'll be good timing with us playing the original for the challenge. Because that one's only $10 for that, for the remaster. So we'll see. I'll put a video out, see if it's worth it for you to pick it up. It's out on everything. I think Steam as well right now. So
nice.
Aside from that, nothing. I didn't even get this show on my channel, so I better come out with something this week. I might lose one of my 3 subscribers for not putting videos out.
Oh, is
And
it
I will
Dirk
be
there?
on Bliss Tuesday. What was that?
Oh, what? I was looking at Dirk saying he said, "Nice, Mike. I just got Retro Realms and Silent Hill 2 today.
Oh, no, I would
Right.
like to get Silent Hill 2,
It's good.
but
It's a really fun game so far. I've been
we do
enjoying
have
it.
Tomb Raiders coming, though. So
Yes.
remastered 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And,
Oh, Alan Wake 2's coming out Tuesday.
oh, man.
So I already paid for it already. Yep.
I bought the first one when I got my PS5. Or no, I got it for Christmas from somebody.
Yeah.
So, and I never finished playing through it like I do with every single game that I play. I never, never finished it. But I need to have that second one so that I can not finish it too. And and I need to do my video for Night Slashers challenge at least to get that out. I do have this brand new.
Nice.
I didn't get their newest one. What's their newest one? The 4K something or other. But
Oh yeah, that's the one I got. I got the 4K one.
nice. I'll probably like sneak mine into your house when I'm out there and take yours. So, but new capture card, hopefully, because I noticed I have some freeze up, and I don't know if it's the camera, the capture card, or OBS. When I'm playing my arcade games for the challenges, I'll lag a little bit when I'm talking. So I also got a new camera, and just went on. I bought both of these. Although this one's probably a little above my pay grade. It's motorized and does all kind of garbage, so maybe I shouldn't have got this thing. But supposedly, you can do hand gestures for it to zoom in on your face, and you can set it up to follow you. I don't move.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
sedentary. Yeah, I'm a
Does it have
sedentary fat
Does it
pig,
have
so
a
I
money
don't move.
shot setting? Oh.
But I'm just trying to clean up that freeze up because I mean the capture card that I have now is probably a $25 capture card that I've used. I did have this little $8 ones I was using just for the iArcade, but yeah, they're cheap, but 2 to 3 months they're gonna get really hot and not work anymore. So I went to that other one I have, but I finally went. Everybody says Elgato is the way to go, so we'll
I
see.
love
I went.
Elgato. Yeah, you picked a good one.
Whoops! Not anymore. It's still sealed. I can return it.
Remember back when Poe had that nice capture card, new camera? Those were good days. Those were the good old
Good
days.
thing I skipped right over that. Buy the special plan, protection plan. I ain't getting no protection plan. Screw you guys. I ain't spending the extra $5. What are you, crazy?
Right. Excellent. All right. So is that it, Poe? You good?
Yeah, I was just gonna show Vincent Price again.
Gotta get this price up there.
Oh, nice.
I'll just say for my final thoughts. Yeah, get into the tournaments. Poe just mentioned the Night Slashers. We're playing the arcade version of Night Slashers all the way till Saturday night, midnight, or Sunday morning, however you want to look at it, midnight Pacific time. And Aliens on Pinball FX3. Look for the tournament under my name, Off Grid Arcade. The password is Off Grid, all one word, all lowercase. That's also running through Sunday. I did a 7-dayer on that. So get in on that thing, and hopefully we'll see you on the leaderboards. I'm going to try for my first attempt here at playing an outro and ending the stream at the right time. I noticed when Greg and I did our stream, and this does the same thing as StreamYard. You click end stream, and then another thing comes up, and it's like, hey, do you really want to end? And then when I click that, and then when I went and watched the replay, it stopped when I clicked the first thing. It was just gone, at least on the replay. So if you guys want to stick around for the entire outro, you may see our faces for a second because it might be over. And then
I'll tell you, my phone is dying right now. Everything just went dim, so I know I'm done.
All right, so we're out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next stream next Sunday night. Same bad time, same bad channel. Here goes the outro that Poe created. Play thing.